All
Sure.
right. I'll see if
Yep.
I'll see if your price is right.
All right then. Where are you at? Give me an ARV. What market you want to be?
350.
350.
Yeah, about 350. I don't know
All
what
right.
market that would be. Miami,
That's right.
Florida, South Homestead.
Okay. All right, ring ring.
Hello, hello.
Hi, Farron.
Yeah, who's this?
Hey, my name is Jason. You don't know me, Farron, and I know this call's out of the blue. I'm actually calling about a property I think you own on 123 Main Street. I was curious to know if you might consider an offer on that property there.
Which one in 123 Main Street? I have two of them.
You know what? I think this is a 3-bed, 2-bath. Looks like 1,400 square feet. Are they both 3-bed, 2-bath, 1,400?
No, one's a little different, but that's the one you're talking about. That's the one. That's a corner unit.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. Well, hey, I know I'm calling you out of the blue, and kind of sounds like I caught you in the middle of something.
Yeah. I just was finishing up lunch right here with the family, so I'm kind of just taking it easy right now. I got a few minutes to
Gotcha.
talk, though. You know,
Okay.
you have an offer for me, or what's up?
Well, yeah. Before I get going down the road here, obviously my team buys properties in the area. That's why I'm giving you a call. But I just want to let you know that I want to ask you some questions about the property. And the more I know about the property, the more that I can offer you on the property. And if at any point you feel like we want to be a good fit to work with one another, can you let me know?
All right, sure. I can do that.
Okay, good. So I like I said, I see just some basic stats here on the property: 3-bed, 2-bath, 1,400 square feet. What can you tell me about the property otherwise?
Well, did you have any information? You pull it up on the computer, right? It's a 19.
I actually, yeah, I got a Zillow stat here, and that's not always correct. So I always like to verify that I'm looking at the right information. Gotcha.
So we bought the house in 1995. It's a rental property. It's just one of my rental portfolios. I do a little investing on the side. Everything's up to date in the property. I keep it going that way. I take care of my tenants. I have really no problems with it. I was just thinking of maybe, keep it for another couple of years, give it to one of my kids when they get older, have something for them. But if the right buyer comes along and gives me the right price, then I might consider selling it.
Okay. Yeah, I completely understand. So a few questions I have about it. I know you say everything's up to date and it's a rental. So can you tell me about how long it's been since you've updated any bathrooms or kitchens, things like that?
Yeah. The bathroom we just did about, I think I want to say 2 years ago.
Oh,
kitchen, nice. What do we do the kitchen? Maybe about the same time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
We haven't done anything to the roof. The roof is the original roof. AC works fine in it.
Original. Gotcha. So the roof is approaching end of life. Okay.
It's got a nice yard. White picketed fence.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, you had mentioned your tenants. How long have you had those tenants, if you don't mind me asking?
Let's see. These guys I have about 4.5 to 5 years.
Oh, nice. So pretty good tenants.
Say about that. Yeah, they're decent. They pay on time. I have no problem with them. Everything's good, I mean, I'm happy. What can I say?
Well, I'll tell you what, it sounds like a really good investment here. You'd mentioned about passing this down to the kids, and you just got me curious. I mean, this kind of sounds like a prime rental. You got tenants that pay on time. It sounds like they take care of the place.
Right.
Is something got you thinking otherwise as to why you might not hold on to this?
Um, I'm getting old, man. I can't keep up with all of this stuff, but
Aren't
I
we
want to I
all?
want to do some I want to do something different. I want to do something different. So I gotta take care of some other things. Put the
Gotcha.
money back into some stocks, maybe.
Okay.
Something like that.
Something, when you say something different, can you tell me more about that?
Huh? It's a great question. Well, I'm dabbling here with a friend of mine that wants to do a joint venture and maybe an apartment building, but
Nice.
I would be a limited partner and he would be the main partner. So I don't really have to do much except just bring the money to the table. I'm
Yep.
kind of, dabbling with that. That might be something I want to do. I'm not 100% sure yet. I need some more money for it, some funds. And so I'm thinking maybe the price is right. I could probably liquidate one or two of my rental portfolio. I have about eight to nine right now, and
Nice.
keep a couple and see which one brings me the best.
Gotcha. So as far as this property, I mean, I'm just curious about those others. Are those all rented out at this point as well? I
Yeah,
mean,
they all
you got
rented.
just as much luck with those?
Uh, there's one of them that I have a little problem with collecting
Yep.
rent.
There's
Especially
always
with this
one
time of
problem child,
COVID.
isn't there? Yeah,
Right, right. Yeah, there is. So
absolutely.
yeah, but that's in West Palm Beach, so that's not even in my neighborhood here.
Gotcha. Okay. So, so I hear you saying you're talking about possibly a joint venture with a buddy, and I mean, the passive side of it, that sounds awesome. I mean, eventually I'd like to get there as well. Um, but it sounds like you're interested in moving towards being the bank instead of the guy that's kind of having to follow up on all the broken toilets and late calls at night, right?
Yeah, yeah. Just wanna just
Yeah,
wanna take it easy and stop being a hands-on landlord.
yeah. No, I understand that. All
Okay.
right. Well, obviously you're an investor. I'm an investor. Um, you know, you know how it goes. We could bring cash for the deal. That doesn't sound like
Uh-huh.
anything needs to be fixed up. And if another opportunity presents itself, I can totally understand your motivation for trying to go after that. But I'm just curious. What do you think the price of the house is right now? What do you think it's worth?
Well, on Zillow, it's
Mm,
worth it's right up there at 349.9. Now I think Zillow could be off a little bit, but again, I'm no expert in that. But if it was me, you know, I would look at it and say, well, I could probably get a little bit less, but
mm-hmm.
then, you know, I don't like to haggle too much. I kind of like to stay within a percentage of what Zillow is saying.
A little bit less.
Well, I would say about $500 less than Zillow. Zillow is off.
That won't be the first time Zillow's off.
Right.
But yeah, yeah. I love checking Zillow as well, just as a reference for what they think. But yeah, I usually find that Zillow prices everything out as if it was just marketed on HGTV last week. But
Mm.
anyhow, so it sounds like it's ideal for you. I mean, I guess I'm still trying to understand what the motivation behind trying to sell the property is, and I kind of understand this apartment deal you're thinking about, but are you too far down the road on that so far, or is it just something in the back of your mind?
Well, no, it's kind of in the back of my mind. He's still
Mm-hmm.
working out the details with the person, but it might
Yep.
be a month or 2 months until we're actually ready to do something with that.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
So, just playing scenario here. If you and I were able to come to an agreement on price, Farron, is that kind of the timeline that you're thinking of, like 2 to 3 months, or something sooner?
Um, well, I gotta give my tenants some notice. You know, I'm sure you're gonna
Mm-hmm.
probably want them out. Now, do you buy with tenants in place?
Well, sometimes yes, but ideally we like to have them out.
Okay.
My partners and I, we do it one of three ways. We either buy the house and we rent it just like you're doing. We'll buy it to fix it up and sell it on the retail market. Or, I mean, those are usually the two ways that we go there. But,
Well, here's the thing.
I don't know
My
exactly
tenants,
for sure at this point. But
right.
just to answer your question, sometimes we buy in place, but we really like to look at the financials, and make sure
Right.
that tenants are paying up, paying on time, taking care of the place, that sort of stuff.
Right. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. So if you do buy it, you have to come with the tenants because their lease is up in 6 months, and I have to honor the lease. I can't break the lease. So if you buy it, you have to keep them in there for 6 months to honor the lease, and that would probably be the only way I would sell it. If
Okay.
you're just going to kick them out right afterwards, I have to break the lease, and I like to keep my word to them, and it's just, it just probably wouldn't work out for us.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's a consideration for us, but let's keep that in the back of our minds for a second. But yeah, so back to what you'd said about the 349 on the Zillow.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'll be honest. I mean, if we're anywhere near that, obviously you're an investor, I'm an investor. That we got to be able to make money on the property. What would be the lowest you'd be able to take?
Will you offer me all cash, or what are you offering?
Yeah, we'd be able to do all cash.
And you can keep my tenants in there for 6 months?
Assuming that everything checks out with the ledger, that shows that they've paid on time, they're good tenants, we'd have to do our due diligence. But I'm not saying yes, absolutely. But, if everything checks out, yeah, that's a possibility.
Okay. No, out the door. You know what? I got to talk to my wife a little bit because, I got to talk to her about seeing how low we can go.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is something that I really don't want to sell, but if I have to sell, I would. But let me ask you a question. Do you buy in Palm Beach also? Because I might want to sell that house instead of this one, because this one I'm happy with the income. It's paid off. It's cash flowing. It's good. But I have another one with a tenant now that hey, you can kick them out. I can break that lease with them if you buy that property over there. Now it's the same, about the same price range, but I'm flexible with that one. Like I said, all my properties are in good condition. Everything is good to go with it. I'll give you the address. You can look it up on Zillow, and then we can go from there. If that could work for you.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be interested in talking to you about any properties you'd consider selling. But I know this one, we're talking about it right at the moment, and I know you said you got to talk to your wife. I totally understand, and I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to be respectful. Obviously, I called you out of the blue, but do you have any idea what your wife might say as far as, ballpark range? I mean, again, I won't hold you to it, but, if our price just isn't in the same ballpark, we, probably won't work on this one, Sarah.
Right. So are you let me think about it, because I really want to get, we talking about the same property, or are we talking about Palm Beach now?
Oh yeah, no, we're talking about the same property. I have the
Okay.
stats up in front of me, and if we started talking about West Palm Beach, I'd have to switch gears, and I'm totally unfamiliar with that area, to be totally honest.
Gotcha.
So
that makes sense.
It doesn't mean that I'm not interested. I just need a little time to research. So when I call you up, we can have a good conversation about it.
I tell you what. Why don't we do this? I could probably give you a good deal on this one.
Mm-hmm.
If you buy my other one also, take that headache off my hands. I'll give you a good deal on both of them. Give you a package deal. How's that sound?
Well, tell you what, let's talk about the West Palm Beach. Again, I'd consider it. We love this area. on this house we're talking about right now, 123 Main Street.
Right.
You know, we got to stick to strict criteria. I mean, we can't go after everything, or we get ourselves in trouble. But yeah, I mean, I'd like to consider both at the same time. But
Okay.
how about you just share some stats on it with me real quick, and I can do some research.
Sure. So the address is 2324 Palm Drive Avenue. So it goes 33162.
Okay.
It's a three bedroom, 2 bath. Can't remember the year it was built. Roof is solid. I just changed the AC out 2 months ago.
Okay.
The kitchen needs a little updated. The bathroom's up to par.
Okay.
You know, it's a rental property. You know, I mean, I just take care of it. Keep my tenants happy. But you know, this particular tenant's just been giving me trouble, and it's kind of a struggle for me right now. So that would be the main one I like to get rid of. But you know, look, you know,
And that's when you said you had your tenants were struggling because of the COVID situation. Did I hear that right?
Right. They're making payments, but like half the payments a month. So it's kind of hurting me a little bit. But my properties
how
are
long
paid
has that
off.
been going on?
Yeah, that's been happening for like since 1 month after the COVID announcement. Right.
Oh no.
Yeah, they're like, hey, look, we're struggling. So it's a pain in the butt.
So essentially, half a month's rent is what they're behind for the last 12 months.
They're paying like it flows. I'm getting like $1,400 a month, and they're at $700 a month right now. So they're like 6 months behind. Right.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm working with them, and they're trying. But hey.
Well, I mean, they must be good tenants. You know, I mean, it doesn't sound like you're too upset with them. It sounds like they got a legit.
Here's the thing: if I keep the property empty, you know, I might have a squatter in there. I might have to go up. You know, it's just too much to have it empty, as opposed to have someone in there. So I'm okay with that right now.
Right, and they're taking good care of the place.
Yeah, so far.
Yeah. Okay. It doesn't sound like you've had them for that long.
3 years. Yeah, 3 years.
Oh, so for a little while. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. This wasn't like they moved in and 2 months later COVID hit and then you're stuck with them. Okay.
No. That's why they're kind of still there. Plus, I can't really kick them out as long as they're paying something.
Yep.
You know, I do have a heart. You know. Now it would have been, if I was upside down, it would have been a different story. Be like, hey, I can't pay my mortgage. You gotta go. But
right.
You know, they're at least covering the taxes for the place.
Yeah. Well, and that's a lot more than a lot of people can say. So that's
right.
It's nice of you to understand their situation, man. We just got to work together until we get out of the woods on this one. So,
I'm a fair guy.
And you said, you know, I've got a heart too, so I wouldn't be looking at kicking them out right away. I think they said the moratorium's supposed to end at the end of June. But, you know, again, I mean, we'd be, you know, obviously we're taking over, you know, a little bit of a situation we'd care not to take over, but these are, you know, trying times for everybody.
Right.
But I mean, but were they paying on time beforehand, or?
Oh yeah, they were paying on time.
Kind of off and on. Okay.
They're paying on time.
Gotcha.
Yeah. They just got cut down from their job. That's all.
Yep.
Good people though, good people, but just I don't want to deal with that, you know, with that right now.
Yeah. Well, I hear what you're saying as far as this potential deal coming together, and you know, heck, I'm not that old, but I'll tell you what, I'm tired of taking calls in the middle of the night with tenants, and you know, it's just part of the turf. So I totally understand where you want to go here, but yeah, on this one here, this West Palm Beach property, so it's in generally the same condition as what you described the other one.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah.
So what can you offer me on that one?
A little bit of. Well, I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I gotta look into that one, Farron, since I'm totally unfamiliar with West Palm Beach. And again, I'm not promising anything on that one because if it doesn't fit our criteria, like I said, we just we stick to what we know. You know, but again, if it makes the deal come together and we got to kind of roll the dice, then maybe we will. What do you think that one's worth, all fixed up?
No, all fixed up. I mean, that one's probably I would say 275.
275. Okay.
Yeah.
And what? How many beds, baths? You said that was 3 bed, 2 bath on that one.
3 bed,
right?
3 baths. Right.
Okay. So this is a nice neighborhood like the one that I called about on 123 Main Street, or what can you tell me about the neighborhood?
The neighborhood is okay. I mean, it's not too bad. It's not, it's not in a rich neighborhood. Of course, It wouldn't be that price in that house. But the neighborhood is right. The neighborhood is I would say like middle class, a little bit below middle class.
Mm-hmm.
I try not to buy in the west side. I try to keep everything on the east side. So this is on the east side, but not too close to the ocean.
Gotcha. Okay.
Right.
Well, you set up a package deal, so I imagine whatever price you're gonna offer me on that one there is gonna be a little bit lower. It sounds like this one is the one that you wanted to get rid of for sure. And you told me month-to-month lease on this. So if we chose to just give them a notice and help them out with moving to a new place and giving them plenty of notice, that would probably work out for them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you thinking as far as price on that one?
Okay. I could probably go to 250 on that one. Knock off 25 off the top. I mean, the ARV is between 275 and 294, but I'm thinking, look, knock off 25,000 on that one. I could probably knock off 25,000 on the other one. That's $50,000 right there in equity that I'm giving you. I think that could probably work. What do you think?
Well, yeah. Right off the top, I mean, I got to research this other property, but
okay.
Yeah, just to be totally honest, I mean, I appreciate you kind of, coming down for me a little bit there, but
yeah. You want to think about it and give me a call back? I mean, you got to crunch your numbers and see, just some more research. I'm not going anywhere today.
Yeah, I've got to look at this other one, but I mean, I may not even research, honestly, Farron. I mean, if that's the lowest you can come, then there's no room for any profit for us in there.
Okay.
Is that the best that you can do?
Well, why don't you make me an offer and let's see where we're at, and we can meet somewhere.
Okay, that sounds fair. Yeah, let me hang up the phone here, do a little bit of research, and then give you a call right back. Would that be all right?
Sure. Let's do that.
Okay. All right. Give me 10, 15 minutes, and I want to, kind of get my mind wrapped around this new property and, see how I feel about the area, and then give you a buzz back.
Okay.
Okay. Talk to you in a few.
All righty. Thanks.
All right. Yep. Ring, ring. Ring, ring.
Yeah. Hello. Who's this?
Hey, Farron. How you doing? This is Jason. I just got off the phone with you about 15, 20 minutes ago. We were talking about those 2 properties.
Yeah, Jason. I'm sorry, man. Yeah, you just woke me up from a sleep. Yeah, you got those numbers, man? You got something for me?
Yeah, I do. You're not gonna like it. I mean, I did the research, and hey, you got to get as much money as you can on these, especially if you're, looking to go into another deal as a, an equity partner. But honestly, man, we're not in the same ballpark. Like I said, I know you had kind of marched those down, but my numbers came up differently than what your numbers did on the other property. That 275, again, that's at the high mark that I could find. Not saying that, there aren't other properties out there